In the third installment of Jigokuraku, we open in the labyrinth of Gabimaru's memories. The figure of the chief of Iwagakure stands like a towering fortress, a man who seemed to laugh in the face of death. His claim to immortality was not an empty boast. It was instead a testament to a powerful elixir he had obtained from an enigmatic land far across the sea. Time had passed like a swiftly flowing river, and now Gabimaru confided to Sagiri that such an elixir, a potion promising eternal life, indeed exists. But its existence in the tumultuous realm of Shininkyo remained shrouded in uncertainty. As they journeyed through the dangerous landscape, Gabimaru chose to keep his hands unbound, a choice that provoked Sagiri's insistence on the adherence to the rules they were supposed to follow. Their discourse was abruptly disrupted by the sudden intrusion of Twisted Kiyun, a criminal with a death sentence hanging over his head. He launched an attack on Gabimaru, swinging a monstrous wrecking ball with the single-minded intent of eliminating his fellow convict. Kiyun had been given free rein by his accompanying executioner, Yamada Asaemon Kisho, a tacit permission that fanned the flames of competition among the criminals. However, Kiyun's audacious strategy backfired as Gabimaru, his hands still bound, retaliated with a brutal efficiency that culminated in the abrupt termination of Kiyun's life. Kisho, his emotions untouched by the grisly fate of the murderer, nonchalantly beheaded the fallen criminal, looking forward to an early end to his gruesome duty. Before his departure, Kisho painted a grim picture of the escalating horrors that awaited them since they set sail. He prophesied a drastic ruction in their numbers, foreseeing a solitary survivor as the sun set on the day. He revealed that plans were afoot for a fresh influx of criminals to join their ranks, with communication channels already established with the new Iwagakure. This perilous mission, he further disclosed, also served as a litmus test to determine the future leader of the venerable Yamada clan. In the wake of Kisho's departure, Gabimaru, with an abrupt shift in demeanor, turned his sword against Sagiri, who responded with immediate self-defense. She questioned his intentions, her voice echoing with confusion. Gabimaru's chilling admission of his intent to end her life swiftly and painlessly triggered a profound realization within Sagiri. A recollection of Gabimaru's tragic past. His parents had been brutally murdered by the chief of Iwagakure when he was a child. His parents, foreseeing the harsh life in the village, had planned to abandon their home as soon as their son was born. The chief, however, had instilled in Gabimaru the belief that love and emotional bonds were signs of weakness, and he should cultivate strength as his only ally. Back in the present, Sagiri issued a stern warning to Gabimaru against the violation of the rules he was about to commit. Yet, her caution fell on deaf ears as Gabimaru remained resolute. He feared the arrival of the Iwagakure at Shininkyo. If they reached first, they would raze everything in their path. The prospect of reuniting with his wife was a flame that burned brightly in his heart, and to keep it alight, he felt compelled to remove Sagiri from his path. Throughout their ensuing battle, a palpable hesitation lingered in Gabimaru's movements, as if he was conflicted about harming his opponent. Sagiri grappled with a similar inner turmoil, but her struggle was more evident. Over time, Gabimaru's superior swordsmanship began to overshadow Sagiri's defenses. He implored her to surrender, to let the inevitable happen, and eventually managed to bring her to the ground, positioning his sword for the final fatal blow. In that moment, Sagiri was staring death in the face. The man who towered over her was known to be a ruthless murderer, but instead of the cold determination she expected, she saw conflict etched on his face. Gabimaru seemed to be struggling with the act of taking a life, an act that appeared to go against his nature. As she realized this, Sagiri found the courage to confront him. She assured him that the emotions he was trying to suppress, love, empathy, compassion, were not weaknesses. She urged him to face his feelings and fight for his life, not against it. Her words seemed to ring true for Gabimaru, who then made a decision that surprised them both. He chose to let Sagiri live. Tamiya and his monitor discover stone monuments in the forest. Unexpectedly, a creature with a human-like face and the body of butterfly stings Tamiya. With a swift reaction fueled by survival instincts, Tamiya severs his own hand, leaving his companion aghast at the drastic action. But the strange phenomena doesn't stop there. Tamiya's detached hand undergoes a startling transformation, sprouting into a plant-like form that mirrors the metamorphosis they've witnessed. Elsewhere, Gabimaru and Sagiri are in shock because, emerging from the shadows of the island, ominous creatures make their presence known. The air thickens with tension as they loom threateningly, poised for conflict.